here we are. Let me tell you, this is the second time I've had to reshoot this intro segment. I've shot this segment already. For some reason I didn't hit record. I don't know why. And we walked through everything that was going on with this box. The next bit that you see is actually the original after the repair thing, but I open it up and I show the inside and I show the bottom of this thing. It's been recapped. The inside of it was really dusty and dirty. I ended up taking the fan off, cleaning the fan, washing the whole inside of the box. I put it in operation right out the hop in the first segment, the first video, and showed that it was not working too well. And the preamp wasn't working, and there was a couple other things that were not working with this box. Unfortunately, that was 3 days ago. And when I sat down to render this video, I couldn't find a video segment because I never recorded it. I got a lot of stuff going on over here, a lot of different projects I'm jumping back and forth on. So, needless to say, the inside of this thing is spotless, which you guys are going to see in the upcoming segment. The chrome on this one's in really, really, really good shape. The knobs and switches are all fully functional now. The preamp ended up being a combination of the switch and a bad wire and a bad transistor. We got that all fixed. Got the input laid down all nice and low. And this amplifier actually runs really, really, really well. So that all aside, enjoy this second segment because it's only going to take a couple minutes for us to go through it. This is one of the amps that come out of my friend's estate. And we're just trying to get burned through these and get them onto new homes as quickly as we can because I got to get back to doing other stuff. I've got so many other projects I need to get onto and go work with. So I just want to say thank you. And here is the rest of the video, which I actually managed to hit the record button on. So on that note, I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you. Click, click. Me and my silly wisdom decided that I would go and I would clean the inside of this thing. Let's turn it on. So when I cleaned it, right after I got done blowing it out and cleaning it, this relay decided to present itself as bad. As you can see, the inside of this relay is a little burnt now. These little palomars, how they work is they switch the high voltage on and off. Well, they do it on the pre-DC side. So this has got 300 volts AC. So I had to put a new relay in it. Well, the relay I put in it was bad. And it wouldn't key up. It's this one. Yeah. Okay. So part of that relay's job is the key-in transistor keys this relay, which activates this relay, which activates through the green wire, or pardon me, the gray wire that you see coming off here to the left, goes down underneath and it goes to the preamp switch, which is down here. The preamp switch in turn switches this gray wire right here. Well, if you can see the gray and the black wire tied together. The white and red wire on the preamp socket goes around and goes to a common ground bus on the back side of the relays. So that common ground bus, what we're looking for is a continuous hot. It's like 18 volts. And that's what activates the preamp. Well, this preamp transistor was bad, so I just went ahead and I replaced it. So preamp is now working. The problem is this switch, which I don't have any replacements of, was burned up when the switch burned up. So then, oh, this is simple. I got another one of them switches. 30 minutes later, discovering I don't have any more of these switches. Hence the reason I don't like working on these preamp or these amplifiers is because there's no more parts that match. You get a switch like that, but not exactly like that. If that makes any sense. I thought, okay, well, on these older case switches, they weren't all blow molded and crimped and everything. You take screws and stuff. So I pulled this thing apart and I proceed to take it apart, and parts go flying everywhere. And let's look down here at my floor. It's been about 3 days since I've cleaned up over here. So there's little bits of wire and copper and stuff everywhere. Inside the switch is a little tiny piece of Bakelite that rides between the switch connection itself and the internal function. It allows it to be an insulator. Well, that little cap of Bakelite fell on my floor. That took a half an hour to find. So this relay went bad, and when it did, it fried this transistor and in turn fried this switch. So I got the switch fixed, got the preamp fixed, got the relay fixed. Then I tested the tubes. Thank God, in this estate that I bought, my friend Larry had a bunch of extra tubes. The driver tube was at like 30%, and one of the final tubes was also at like 25-30%. So now it's got 3 matched 100 plus final tubes, and the driver tube's 105. So it's hot. Everything in this is hot. The OPT, everything, all of that works perfectly. So let's run it through its paces. This here is a 100 watt slug in 5X, so it's reading 500 watts. That there is a 1000 watt slug in average or bird or whatever you want to call it. That's a 5 watt slug in reverse back from the bird 10,000 watt dummy load. Hello, 1 2 1 2 1 2. Now I know you guys, my Patreons, are really hot. Pass-through tune is phenomenal, okay? You guys are really hot to get your hands on these 300As. This is the last one I've got. We're going to put it in operate. The tin's in great condition. So we're in AM. We're in the high mode. Let's look here at the meter real quick. Meter's working fine. Let's go over here. Oh, shoot. Put this in standby. Hello, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. So we're putting about 25-30 watts in it, and we're getting out. Hello, 1 2. We're reading that middle scale. So right now we're dead keying 100 watts with. Let's go over here and half a watt worth of drive. So we're getting a 100 watt carrier with a half a watt worth of input. All right. Put the amplifier back into operate. Hello, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. We could sit here and play with the tune and load knobs on this amp. Hello, until the cows come home. Let's turn the voltage on the workbench up, which will in turn make the radio produce about maybe 3 or 4 more watts. All right. See if a little bit more drive helps it out. Hello. Nope. Hello. 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 Right at 500 watts. I hate sweep tubes. The only thing left I got to show is the delay. So let's listen to the relays. Sideband delay is working perfectly. Go ahead, we'll operate it on sideband here. On AM, we're on high. Hello, 1 2 1 2 1 2. We're showing about 450, almost 500 watts on average. Hello, 1 2 1 2. We're seeing the same thing on peak. So we'll drop it down to low. Hello, 1 2. About 250 watts on the peak scale. Hello. Right at about 200, which is perfect. Let's go back to AM. Flip that around. Hello, 1 2 1 2 1 2. about 250 on low. Needless to say, this old girl is fully working again and ready to leave here. I put the tins back on it. First I gotta let it cool down because I gotta put bubble wrap and a whole bunch of stuff on the inside of this because I know this is gonna go quick. You guys on Patreon love these things. And you guys on YouTube love them too. I couldn't believe it. I forgot to label one of these I put up for sale last week as sold, and my phone went crazy. Everybody was like, whoa, I want to buy that, I want to buy that, I want to buy it, I want to buy it. Let's see. What do we need to do here? I got a lot of time into this one, and it's in really, really, really good condition. I'll probably say 400 plus the ride. You guys know the routine. The first one to call, first one to text, first one to send up smoke signals. You got it. Okay. Shout out to Patreon. Thank you, gentlemen, so much. Penta, XS, Siglant, Bird, MechMan, Coaxial Dynamics. Everybody watching on YouTube. It is what it is. It's the last 300A I've got over here for sale at the moment. I got that Squelch Buster 500. I've got the Firebird still up for sale. Now, we're gonna switch gears. I gotta go work on my sprinkler system. But then this evening I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna shoot a YouTube video about a Palomar 90A. This is black on chrome. And the chrome bit is in really good condition. I mean, really good condition. So, is what it is. All right, gents. I appreciate you all for tuning in and watching. I'm on to the next one. I'll see you. Click, click.